Shelter Mortgage, flexibility, professionalism, and service. Let us custom build a mortgage for you.
Hello, Prudential sales executives, for our video message of the week. Okay, this week we're going to do something a little bit differently. And I want to add some clarity to a concept that really ties into you producing and growing your business. And let's start off with me asking you a question, and let me answer the question for you. If someone came to you and said, how do you want to grow your business? Now, some of you might say, well, I like to do it with open houses. Great. Others might say, you know what, I really want to focus on my sphere of influence. Great. A third person might say, you know what, I'm into farming. Some might be talking about people farming. Others will be talking about geographical farming. Either way, it doesn't matter. In all those examples, there's a key part that potentially can get missed, and that is the concept of high impact activities versus low impact activities. Now, before I go forward, I want you to think about this. The proper combination should always be 75% high impact activities and 25% low impact. Now, what's an example of a low impact activity? Well, let's use open houses for example. Sending a mailer, to the neighborhood. That would be a low impact activity. Maybe passing out flyers, inviting the other sales executives in your office to visit the open house. That would be another example of a low impact activity. What would be an example of a high impact activity? Well, that would be door knocking the neighborhood and face to face, inviting each of those individuals, to come to the open house and building a rapport right then and there. Maybe it would be picking up the phone and personally calling the entire neighborhood, inviting them to your open house, and maybe getting some a little bit more information, regarding buying or selling real estate. That's a high impact. Now remember the percentage, 75% high impact, 25% low impact. Those percentages get messed with quite often, and sometimes they're flipped, where we're doing very little high impact activities and much greater low impact, and basically praying that, you know what, we sent that information out and we're hoping the business comes back to us. Remember, there's only a few ways to get business, and the best way is to go out and get it versus waiting for it. Of course, the third is buying it, all right? The best one, going out and getting that business. So keep that in mind. In every example I gave you, in the type of business, it's the same way. Let's say we're talking about our sphere of influence. Well, you mail to your sphere of influence, which is a great idea, but that's a low impact way of connecting with them. Let's say you're sending them success information on everything you sell. It's another great idea, but another example of a low impact way of communicating. What would be a high impact? Getting on the phone, talking with them, and asking who do they absolutely know is thinking of buying and selling real estate. Another high impact example of driving business. Very, very important. Another example of that is doing pop-bys, visiting your sphere of influence, getting face-to-face, meeting them for coffee, and letting them know once again, hey, who do you know who's thinking of buying and selling real estate? High impact activities is a quick and effective way to drive business for you, where lower impact can be effective but take a much longer period of time. Have a great week, everybody. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.